Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Jimmy Sellers. I'm the Garland ISD College and Career Readiness Facilitator. Once again, Jimmy Sellers. So glad you can be with us today. I'm going to be hosting a little webinar on the setup of College Board and Khan Academy student accounts. I believe all of you are ready one-to-one coaches at your campuses, and we would really appreciate it if you could be the experts at your campus. So basically, I'm going to walk you through a slideshow that has an associated video that I think simplifies as much as possible the process that students need to go through in order to get signed up for the College Board account and to connect that account to their Garland ISD Khan Academy account we have set up through the Garland ISD Clever platform. We currently have 74% of our GISD students linked up. That's great. But that means that about two or three kids out of 10 are not linked. So we would like for teachers and campus people to know what that process looks like. I'll also show you how to check to see if a kid's account is linked. But I'm going to go ahead and start by showing you the slideshow that we have a video for this in SchoolNet. So here, I'm going to share my screen with you. And there we go. All right, so hopefully you see that screen right now. This is the first screen. It says College Board and Khan Academy sign up and linking. So a teacher could show this PowerPoint and walk the kid through the process. So the first thing that a student needs to do is go to collegeboard.org, and since they're setting up a new account, they'll click Sign Up. They'll create a College Board account. They'll click on I'm a student. A lot of this is pretty intuitive, but you'd be amazed at how much we need to actually walk the kids through. So they're going to fill out their fields regarding their student information. It has to match exactly what's in Skyward. So I know with our 8th grade students and some of our 9th grade students, we actually printed off Skyward rosters so that students had all of the required information for these fields. So once again, it has to be exact. When they enter their email address, there's always questions about their email address. It's ideal to use the email address that the students actually use. However, we do have a Garland ISD Gmail address that they're welcome to use. Regarding their high school graduation date, they're going to enter the correct date. A lot of them don't know what those dates are, so I like to share this with them. The zip code has to match, very important. They're going to type in the first few letters of your school, and from a drop-down menu, they'll choose their school. Now here, we want to make sure that we have a consistent naming convention. We've recommended that students use their SID number as their username, and then their password is a little derivation of their birth date. We want the first 3 letters of their birth month, the numbers of their birthday, and the 4 numbers of their birth year. For example, August 12th, 1999 is AUG 121999. And if we get that communicated out to all the teachers, then we'll be able to help them with their passwords without them having to go through the forgot username or forgot password process. They'll have to choose a security question and answer. We do want them to save their username and password for College Board in the notes section of their phone, because that's an important username and password to remember. We just have them skip all the parent information. They can fill it out later. If they fill it out wrong, it messes things up. So they'll need to agree to the terms and conditions. It changes the next button at the bottom blue, and then they click on that. There's going to be a little verification page, and they're going to verify all their information. It is very important that they get it, that it's correct, and it's not, please they'll edit it, but then they'll click the blue button the confirm button will turn blue, and they'll click that. Now this will take them about 10 seconds, and they'll see a screen that looks like this, and they'll click on where it says PSAT, NMSQT, PSAT 10, PSAT 8, 9 scores, because they want to see their scores. And it'll tell them that they haven't taken an assessment, which is odd, but we know they have, most of them, so we'll just click Add Scores. And now it's going to take them back to that same screen, but they'll scroll down about halfway, and they'll see the portion that says Personal Information. They need to fill in their street address, city, and state exactly as it appears in Skyward. We provided an example on the next page of what that looks like. A lot of students make a lot of mistakes right here, so I'll just let you know. Address line 2 is reserved for students with apartments. They just put the apartment number or letter in some cases there, and then they'll scroll to the bottom and click the update button. And at this point, they should be able to see their scores. All right, so they now have a College Board account, and the next step is to go to their Khan Academy account. I'm going to show you how to do that. They're going to go to their campus website. They don't want to close down that previous browser, just open up a separate tab. They'll click on the academics link of their high school campus. In the top right-hand corner, they're going to see the blue Clever button, and they'll click right there. On iPads, the Clever link is on the lower left-hand side of the iPads. The iPad platform moves things around a little bit, so sometimes you got to look around. They're going to log into Clever, and they're going to use their SID number, and their password is their NPN, the same credentials they use to log into a GISD, any GISD computer. So that's that. That's a single sign-on platform. They're going to see a couple of different applications, and one of those is going to be Khan Academy, and they'll click on that Khan Academy icon. They need to click No here. This is very important, so just make sure they click No. Once again, we're gonna do something non-intuitive. We're gonna click Not Now. We can add an email address later on. It just messes things up, we've discovered. They just need to click Save at this point. Just click maybe the top green avatar on the left, and then click Save. Just don't waste a lot of time right there. Now then, they need to go to Subjects on Khan Academy in the top left-hand corner, and they're going to click on the SAT link under Test Prep. At this point, they're going to put in their zip code. It can be their personal zip code or their school's zip code. It doesn't matter. They can actually skip this step, but it gives them their school credit. So let's have them put in their zip code. They're going to click A, sign in to collegeboard.org and send your test results to Khan Academy. The only exception is if they don't have an actual test. So they never took a test, and they'd have to take the diagnostic quizzes. They'll click Send. There is another page box that pops up where they're going to have to hit Allow. So that's not on this presentation. It's in the video. And then at this point, they should be able to see a screen like this that says Display Your Scores. And if they click Display Your Scores, they should see their scores, and it'll look something like this. If they're a junior and it's after March 1st, then they have an SAT school day. But in about December, January, they should be able to see their PSAT scores for the PSAT they're taking October 19th. At this point, they can, if they have headphones, they can start practicing. One of the great things about Khan Academy are all the associated videos. So I always ask the kiddos to just start doing some practice. All right, and that's really it. I'm going to now show you another, let's see. So you're going to have a lot of kiddos. I want to share with you how teachers get onto Khan Academy, and I'll shoot this document to you. So teachers also have Clever accounts with associated Khan Academy accounts. It's pretty cool. So they'll log into Clever just like the kiddos did through their campus website, academics, and they'll click on Khan Academy just like the kids. They're going to select no when asked. They already have an account in Khan. They'll select not now when asked for a backup email address. And then what they'll see is really cool is that all of their classes will be showing on Khan Academy. Here's a screenshot of that, and you can see here that this teacher has an aide, but this teacher has all of his classes loaded. Once a student logs into Khan Academy through the GISD Clever platform, he'll populate, or she will populate into the teacher's Khan Academy class. And at that point, the teacher can start managing that class. And that gets a little complicated. I don't know if I'm going to go over all that during this webinar. That's probably another webinar. But if a teacher wanted to go ahead and start using Khan Academy as a warm-up, I would recommend that he pull up his account and push it up on the overhead, select subjects, look under test prep and click on SAT, and then click on practice. There's a little practice button right there, and they will choose from this little menu of practice items. There's some math and there's some reading and writing, and they would just choose the practice that is aligned with what they're teaching in class. The how-to examples are probably best to do first, and then I'd set the kids loose, and there's these little practice items contain five items each, and if they're linked, they're actually calibrated to the difficulty that the student needs, and each item has an associated video. But that's a nice little way to do a warm-up, to show one of these how-to example videos on the overhead, and then if the kids do have their laptops, then allow them to do some of the practice. If not, they can just do the how-to video. They also have tips and strategies drop down, and that's great about the format of the test. Not all of these are videos. A lot of these are documents. So then I did want to show you one other thing regarding. So a lot of these kids did this last year, and so how can you make sure that your kids have linked accounts? Because just because they're showing up on the teacher's Khan Academy account doesn't mean it's linked to College Board. And we actually get an update on how many schools, how schools are doing regarding their linking percentages. But so a kiddo would just go to his homepage and go to academics. On the right column of the academics page, click on Clever. It's the same thing you did before. Log in to Clever like we already talked about. Click on Khan Academy. In the top right-hand corner, they're going to find their name, and they'll click on their name. There'll be a drop-down menu on settings. And then on the settings page, about halfway down, you'll see a little box that says connected to collegeboard.org. If it says disconnect from collegeboard.org, they have a linked account. That doesn't mean that necessarily that their scores are showing. They may need to reconnect. They may need to open up their College Board account. If it says connect to College Board, they need to go ahead and do that because their accounts are not currently linked, and we're not getting credit for it. And their Khan Academy sites are not personalized. They're not calibrated to their skill deficiencies as represented by the last PSAT they took. Okay, so I think that's about it. I'm gonna head back to the video. Let's stop our screen sharing. Okay, I hope that this has helped. I think you may have questions, and I know Brian Dean is helping me facilitate this webinar. I'm happy to come to your campus and visit with you. Once again, I would love for you to really be the expert on your campus. And if you could visit the PLCs for some of the maybe the English teachers at your campus, and just walk them through this process, then they could do this in their class. Like I said, like about 7 out of 10 kids are currently linked, so teachers don't have a whole lot to do. It really varies campus to campus. But I really think that's about it. They may have, I know I did a lot of talking, and I don't see any chat coming up. Let me see if maybe it's on over here. No, I don't see any chats coming up. Okay, so I'm going to, we're done. I think we did it, y'all. I'm hopeful that Brian Dean's going to text me right now and say, you did a great job. Or he's going to tell me I need to do something else. And there's a little lag time here. So I think that may be it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast. I really appreciate everything you do at your campus. And people are chatting on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to go there. Let's see. I know what to do. All right. Let me do this real fast. Thanks for putting up with me. I think you can see me right now, but I'm looking at my emails. The little link I sent you. Okay, I can see your chat, and it looks like everyone's good. There were some issues. Okay, I can see your chat. That's it. Looks like everyone's good. All right, thank you so much for everything you do with us. There were some issues. Okay. Bye-bye.